Ready Player One.
40X, please.
It's got me going to the 40X. The seats are going to move.
Movie
They're going
pass
to spit stuff
guy.
on my face.
I can't get the movie pass because you can't do the 40X. They won't take anything
I know.
that has like no passes.
So I had to pay $30.
Sometimes it's worth
see
it.
this movie.
Sometimes it's worth it. I'm telling you.
Sometimes it's worth
Pacific Rim Uprising, total piece of shit movie, but if you see it in 40X, it is worth $30 to see it in 40X.
I think that's going to be their slogan. Sometimes worth it. I have to say I have something against a movie that announces itself as the first in a franchise. Ready Player One. Then we're going to have Ready Player Two, and Ready Player Three, and Ready Player Four.
I'm ready.
Can't you just make a movie and not a franchise?
I haven't not seen any of the previews, so no spoilers. Don't tell me anything you've seen in the preview, because I know it's...
Oh, I can tell you. It's going to be an
a lot of
80s orgasmatron. I think they had to cut out references because Spielberg was directing the movie. Like, he didn't want to over-reference himself. So it may actually be a detriment to the film that he came on board. But that still leaves a decade's worth of awesomeness to shove into this movie.
Having not read the book, what do you expect to happen?
It's about an
reality.
oasis, the virtual world where people can be anything, and I have a feeling corporate and dictatorial interests will want to monopolize that and take it over to probably control it. And then you got to fight back against the man. Fight back against the man. I'm a fan of that. However you bring it. If it's cold, does that mean more people go out to the movies? Or I mean, weather plays a lot. That's why summer movies are huge. People want the air conditioning.
But when do they want 40X?
They never do. They just do it
up.
anyway. When their buddy Dono demands it.
I'm telling you, sometimes it's worth it. You know what I actually saw in 40X was the new Natalie Portman movie where she's in a shimmer.
Annihilation.
Annihilation, yes. It reminded me of Solaris. Like the original Solaris, not even the George Clooney remake. Like it reminded me a lot of, like it had the pacing of like a slow Russian sci-fi film.
There's another one for the poster. Annihilation. It has the pacing of a slow Russian sci-fi film. It's like The Post. I was a big fan of The Post. I like Spielberg's adult efforts. In fact, it's his wide appeal entertainments nowadays that don't always do it for me. Like Tintin or...
I felt like Tintin was an animatic for a lot of action scenes that he wanted to do in other movies that he never got to do.
Yeah, that's probably true. Just paint over with the faces of the characters from the story. You notice they never remake a book? I'm just going to write this, use all the same words, but it's not in mine now. I was just noticing a whole bunch of people online. I thought they were here to see Ready Player One. Turns out, that's not true.
That's one of those weird virtual reality discussions. Whenever I talk about something in virtual reality, eventually they're always like, yeah, and we can make it so you can smell stuff. And I'm like, really? That's the first thing you want to do?
We're going to a 40X movie where they're going to make me smell stuff. You better be excited, Dono.
Well, I got to tell you, the smell is not the biggest highlight for me. Because whenever there's some sort of smell in 40X, it basically just smells like nightclub.
Let's go to the movies! Action City.
A lot of my fears were assuaged.
You were assuaged, were you?
Yes, I was assuaged.
Thank God.
Yes.
There's no movie like this movie. And that is how you win. Tension, humor, suspense, lots of surprises. That's what I was really happy about, man. They had reveals in there and set the whole room on fire.
They kept a lot of the twists from the book, which isn't surprising since Klein was the writer for the script.
I know.
As well as the book.
I'm waiting now to hear the article upon article, video upon video of how it's different from the book. See, here's the thing. I love movies. And so when a movie's based on a book, the book is always better. I can't have a movie be bad, so I'm done reading. So that's happening.
In New York City. The attention to detail and all the Easter eggs was pretty incredible.
I liked Mark Rylance's Wonka-esque Halliday character who created the Oasis. I like the way he underplayed him too, just sort of odd and nerdy. which is how a guy from the 80s probably turned out.
Yeah.
Played a lot of video games.
Sometimes he would be sitting in a chair using the virtual reality, but he'd be running around. Other times he would be running on this omnidirectional treadmill. So it was like he was actually moving. And then other points in the movie, his avatar would be moving, but he would just be sitting in a chair, but he wouldn't have a controller or anything. So I was like, how is he moving his body if it's...
Let me say this. This is a future where everyone isn't all about killing teenagers.
Yeah.
If it just played in theaters forever, it would make theme parks obsolete. in the 4DX,
Yeah.
you don't need to go and ride Shrek 4D for 9 minutes and have throw a bunch of stuff at you. When this freaking movie goes off the rails,
A lot of people will identify with it, and it also captures a lot of what I've been saying for years. Like when I play Grand Theft Auto, I have a friend in LA, and I have a friend in Scotland, and I have a friend in England. We can all play at the same time and talk to each other and hang out in this virtual world. And there are shops where you can like go buy clothes, and I keep saying, as soon as like 13-year-old girls find out about this, it's going to make texting seem like the Pony Express. Maybe in the sequel we'll find out, since it's going to be
Ready
an
Player
extended
2.
rating.
That's my joke.
I read the book, and I didn't see how they could make a sequel out of this. Now, having seen the movie,
they're not
they didn't
going
do
to.
anything. How could they make a sequel out of it?
Exactly.
It can't be an extended universe.
Why would you call it Ready Player 1 if you're not making Ready Player 2?
Well, they did, what was that movie? There Can Be Only One. Highlander. That movie didn't need a sequel, and they made a sequel to that. So they could.
But they
could
didn't
easily
have the
make a
balls
sequel.
to call it Highlander 1. That's my joke.
Oh, you're saying it. I'm just now
that's
getting
great.
the joke.
Are you
Ready
finally-
Player One. Ready Player.
My
Yeah,
God.
now I get it.
Yeah, I got
I was
you
a
just
little slow
getting
on
there.
that one.
Well, we'll do this again in another. Thank God we're not doing this again for another year.